Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Hiya.
Hey,
I'm Kadeja,
and I'm Taylor.
and this is the
the
Degrassi
Degrassi
Authority.
Authority.
Woo!
Yay!
Yes.
So, today we are reviewing Degrassi Season 14, Episode 9. So, there was some revelations this episode. We got it.
So we start off the episode. Imogen is talking to Jack and who else was it?
Winston.
Jack and Winston about getting into fashion and whatnot.
Yeah.
And that's like her fail safe or whatever. And across the cafeteria, Hunter is like staring at her and like chuckling kind of under his breath.
Yeah, and she was like, this is weird.
Yeah, so she's like, hold up guys, I'll be right back. And she goes over to him and he's like, it's something funny you want to share with me, da-da-da. And he was like, well, yeah, me and my buddy were like trying to figure out, is this you? And it's
boobs, apparently. So she turns around.
He's like,
showing everybody boob pics.
And he's like, oh my gosh. She's like, oh my gosh. What? No, they're not mine. He's like, well, why are you covering your boobs then? She's, where did you get that? Degrassi News. And she's, what's Degrassi News?
And then I'm not gonna lie, I definitely thought Imogen knew about Degrassi News. Just because I thought everybody knew about Degrassi News, the way they made it seem.
It does seem like everybody, even throughout this episode, it seemed like she was the last one to find out.
Yeah. And I just thought that was really weird. I was like, what? She's so inquisitive all the time,
Yeah, and so Imogen not really steals, just takes Hunter's phone for a second and takes a picture of the picture on his phone. And Jack's like, what are you doing? And she's like, I'm going to get to the bottom of this because, she's like a reporter and everything. And Jack's like, oh, it's not really a big deal, getting defensive because
there's some...
she be sending her movies out there.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And Jack's like, maybe there's more to the story that you don't know. And I guess that's what Imogen intends to find out.
Dun, 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 dun. Sorry.
Maya is sitting with Grace and Zig in the hallway.
Yeah. And
like literally around the corner, sitting on another wall, is Dallas telling his friends about how someone just hit his car and smashed his door clean off.
Wonder who that was.
Maya knows.
Mm-hmm.
We know.
And then Zig and Grace now.
Spoiler alert, it was Miles.
It was Miles.
It was weird though that it was Dallas's car because I thought it was a minivan.
It definitely was a red minivan. And I knew for a fact it was just some white suburban soccer mom.
I really thought it was a mom.
And I guess we got Papa Dallas, him and Rocky rolling around like G's in a minivan.
Red minivan.
Because, that's what you do when you're a parent.
Getting her done.
Yeah.
And so, Zig and Grace, they're like, oh, Miles isn't stupid enough to do something like that. And then Maya's like, and Zig's like, oh, is he stupid enough to do something like that?
Yeah. You could just see the look on Zig's face like, dang.
The realization. This guy's so far gone.
He's like, man, maybe I shouldn't date Maya because she does not pick.
She's just a bucket full of crazy.
Yeah. She's not going down the right lane. Anywho.
Next we see Drew and Becky in class, and they're planning a dinner with her grandma.
Yeah, so
she's like, oh my God, I'm so excited. And she's like, oh my God, I'm so excited. And gonna get approved and everything. Mm-hmm. And then Claire walks in and she's like, oh, Drew, you ready for the first birthing class tonight? And he's like, tonight? And she's like, yeah. Did you forget? And he's like, no, I didn't forget. And then he's like, yo, Becky, you think we can reschedule a little bit? I mean, it's a birthday class.
And she's like, no.
I don't care about your baby.
Yeah, Grandma's here for one more day. You gonna meet Grandma.
Yeah.
That's what's gonna happen. And then he was like,
and he's like, okay, so I didn't forget. I just double booked. He forgot. but he double booked, and she's like, "Oh," Claire's like, "Oh, it's okay. I could just ask my mom to go with me, you know." Mm-hmm. And he's just like, okay, looks like I'm free tonight. And Becky's like, "Oh, yay, I won."
Yeah. And so that happened. I was going to say something about that, and I can't remember anymore. I thought that it was kind of weird that they were having that conversation, like, just, like, in the middle of class.
Yeah, she just walked in and said, "Hey, you ready for that first birthing class?"
Yeah, these are just, like, weird. I feel like Degrassi students never, like, go into these, like, weird, like, they always do stuff, like, right in the middle of class, and it's like, this is a weird time to be doing this.
Yeah.
It's just a weird relationship in general to be having in high school, you know? The mom and dad and stepmom, I suppose. It was just weird.
Yeah.
It was weird. I don't know.
But I mean, to each their own.
Yeah, man. Do what you had to do.
Next we see Imogen. She's going around interviewing people, and the person that we saw her interview was Dallas and Allie, just kind of like, "Oh, how do you feel about Degrassi news?" And Dallas is like, "Oh, a bunch of cute girls showing their boobs. Who would want to see that?" Yeah. And Allie's like, "Oh, how do you know they're cute?" And he's like, next question please."
I love that part.
And Imogen, she was like, "Well, do you recognize these boobs?" And Allie was quickly like, "No, I don't recognize those. Walk away."
Go on now, thank you.
And so then Imogen's like, "Dang, I'm gonna get this story though. They were bad lead, but I'm gonna get this." Mm-hmm. And Jack's like, "Oh, well,
maybe we should just give up."
Yeah, why is it such a big deal? You know? And she's like, "It is a big deal." People sending Degrassi news. Simpson all of a sudden shows up. Degrassi, what?
Yeah. Right behind her,
and she's like, "Oh, a bunch of girls sending their boobs to guys for them to pay for," and then she realized what she just said. Like, into who?
Woo! And he's like, "Okay, Imogen, my office
talk
right now."
Yes. So Simpson now knows. And then I guess Maya goes to Miles's house. I don't know if this is after school, during school.
You never know. It doesn't matter with these people.
And they're talking about the accident while they're in his room, and she's like, "Oh my God, won't you get in trouble?
What can I do? It's crazy.
Just lie to the cops." And blah, 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 blah.
She's like, "Oh, we just lie. Just come off the truth."
Yeah, people could never find out that we got into a car accident.
That's what Miles was saying, right?
Yeah.
And then his dad.
And then Dad's like, "Car accident? What?"
He's like, "Yeah,
Dad, what are you doing here? Oh my God, Dad, what? You're supposed to be at work. No, oh my God, I came back to do something and checking on you because you're just."
You're an awful child.
Yeah. Oh my God.
You're the worst child ever.
Such a bad influence on your siblings. So I had to come and check on you, sneak up on you. You never know when I'm going to show up. Ha! Car accident. What?
Yeah. And so he sees the car in the garage and he's like, Miles.
Yeah.
That's a point, man.
Miles like, "Dad, it's not that big of a deal. I'm going to pay for it." And then he
like grabs his arm. Miles'
as
dad.
delicate as a feather.
He literally grabs him like okay, like
I didn't see his arm turning white or anything.
No, he just kind of like grabbed him like come on.
I didn't even see Miles' face look like, "Oh, it's getting kind of tight." Like,
yeah, he just grabbed him like come on, like we gotta go, like, you know. And Maya was like, "Oh no, he's gonna beat him. He's gonna punch him in the face.
Be a witness.
No, I just saw his other hand clenched up. He's gonna punch him.
Look
he's
at
gonna
his
punch
eyes.
him.
Do you see the murder in his eyes?
Miles is too young to die.
Get your hands off
He's
of
so
him.
rich and hot. Oh, it's such a loss to the world if he dies. Oh God. So she lies for him.
Yes.
And
she's like, "Oh, so we got in an accident. Somebody hit us. Well, ain't nobody hit y'all.
Nobody hit you. You hit somebody because you were smoking them trees.
That good.
Okay.
No, not that good. That green.
Kush.
That good. Okay, even though I don't smoke.
Yeah, I don't either.
So,
but yeah, so that happened, and It's a hot mess.
Yeah. Sorry, I had to change the lock screen time setting. And so yeah. Oh man, it went way up. Okay, Maya stands up in this event, and they claim that they were hit. They're lying. Yeah. The dad, and he's like, "Okay, well, we're gonna have to get this sorted out."
Yeah, we're going to the police right now.
Cops, file a report because this idiot's not gonna get away with it. Yeah. Son. Something, please, someone let me clear my throat. Clear my throat. Next, we see Becky and Drew at dinner with her grandmother. And they're eating some delicious pie because I guess they're on to the dessert portion now. Yeah. And Drew gets a on his phone. He's like, "Oh," and the grandma's like, "He's not actually answering his phone at the table, is he?" And Becky's like, "Oh no, Grandma, of course not." And Becky's like, "What are you doing? Are you trying to be an imbecile right now?" Oh my God,
imbecile.
Put it away right now. And he's like, "It's Claire."
He's like, "Wait, can I get some pie?" And Granny's like, "Yeah." Yeah, and then he's like, Granny gets him some pie while she's distracted. He gets his little text in, and then she's like, "The baby kicked," and he's like, "Oh, sorry."
And he's like, my baby just kicked. Dun dun.
And Granny's like, "Yo, what now?"
She just looks. She's looking, and she mainly looks at Becky.
I know. I don't know why
she
even
looks at Becky like.
How are you gonna blame Becky?
Tisk, tisk, tisk.
I don't understand.
Baby mama drama.
I don't understand what this has to do with Becky, but I mean, it has to do with Becky. But
it doesn't even really have to do with Becky.
It does, but it's like, no, she shouldn't. You can't be looking at me. If I was Becky, I'd be like, "Grandma, what you looking at?" I wouldn't say that because my grandma would beat me, but I'm saying, and I'd be like, "Grandma, honestly."
I feel like Becky's involved, but it doesn't really have anything to do with her. Because, I mean, Claire got pregnant before Becky and Drew were even together. So I feel like it doesn't even really have to do with her. She's just involved because she's with Drew. Yeah.
That's what I'm saying. She's going to be involved. Like, she would have to be involved in the baby's life if, everything comes to fruition.
Mm-hmm. So, yeah. The secret is out to Grandma Becky.
Becky's granny is in the loop now.
Mm-hmm. And she don't like it. She wants to get untangled.
She don't want that look.
And then we go to Maya with her mom, who I guess now cares about her daughter all of a sudden.
All of a sudden. She decides.
Oh, maybe I should start spending a little more time with her. I don't know. So Maya's talking to the detective and going over her lie. Lie.
And detectives can pick that stuff up.
Really trying to trip her up. He's like, so blue SUV? She's like, no, I said black.
Yeah, he's
my bad. My bad.
Yeah.
And then he's like, oh, well, it's looking like everything's good. All I'm going to need you to do is draw a complete layout of the parking lot and where Miles was sitting and all the stores that you guys visited. And as long as you and Miles, the stories match up, you're fine.
Yeah. And then so she's like... and then...
The pressure's on.
Yeah. And then she's like... And then we'll go to the next scene.
I feel like those details aren't even things that I would remember, even if I was innocent. Like a complete layout of the parking lot.
Yeah, I would know.
How small is you guys' small parking lot?
I might know where I got hit at. Like, I got hit in the row, like right outside the door, or something, Or I got hit like close to the back.
I would know by what store I was,
but not
where
the whole
I got hit,
lot.
but not
that's
what parking spot I was in.
Yeah,
how many feet from the sidewalk?
Exactly. Can you do a whole parking lot?
Do you know where you're parked right now? Could you drive a spatial layout of where your car is currently parked right now in the police department parking lot?
Do you know?
I doubt it.
Stop it.
Do you know every single office or room that you walked into in this building today?
No.
In sequential order?
Yeah.
Doubt it.
Room 215 or was it room 214? Trick question, 215 doesn't exist.
How many bodies were in each of the rooms that you went into?
Exactly.
How many of them glanced at you at any point and made direct eye contact?
How many of them were between the ages of 24 and 32?
Do you know these answers to these questions? Doubt it.
No. So,
yes. Next we go to Jack and Imogen. Yeah, they're sitting outside the school at like the picnic table, and they're talking about her talking to Simpson and like how it all went down.
Simpson cut the story.
Yeah, it's like, this is a matter for the police.
Yeah,
and she's like, and he's like, ooh, she's just like,
ooh,
maybe we should just drop it. Is it really a big deal? And then there's like a pause, and Imogen just kind of like looks at her, and she's like, those are your boobs, huh? And Jack's like,
see what had happened was, yeah, those are my boobs, but
I got money. And then Imogen's like, leaping lizards. ... That's the two words that stood out to me the most, because she said there was so much like emotion. Leaping lizards.
Yeah.
Her boobs. Yeah. And Imogen's like, oh my God, I can't believe you cheated on me.
Yeah, and then Jack's like, oh, what? And cheated on you?
Yeah.
What are you talking about?
And I mean, I guess I could see people arguing the fact that, you know, Jack didn't sleep with anybody or anything like that. But really, if you're in a relationship with somebody, would you want them going around just showing their naughty bits to people?
I would feel like I feel like it can be, like, I guess we could consider this cheating just because, I mean, like, well, okay, it's cheating. I'd say it's cheating just because it wasn't, like, agreed upon. Like, if she was, like, sending boobs,
she was doing it in secret.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. If Imogen knew already, it wouldn't be cheating.
Yeah, because even after the whole thing went out, and Jack
still
clearly knew the entire time that those were boobs, but
and
she
was
didn't
trying to hide it the whole time.
Yeah,
like,
cheaters lie.
Yeah, true. That's what I'm saying.
I mean, yeah. And so Jack's like, I'm not cheating. What are you talking about? You're acting like a 12-year-old. And Jack's like, no, Imogen's like, well, this 12-year-old wants to eat her
mini morning cupcakes by herself.
Uh-huh. So walk away.
Get out of here. You're cheating.
And don't come back.
Hit the road, Jack. Get it?
Yep.
Jack.
And then next we go to Becky coming down on Drew about saying the baby thing in front of her grandma. Like, what were you thinking? Like, how could you say that? Like, oh my God, you embarrassed me so much. My grandma!
Granny!
Ooh. And he's like, oh man, I'm so sorry. It just kind of popped out. Like, man, I was so excited. I mean, there's a life that I may be responsible for out there.
So beautiful.
And it kicked, and he could be on a soccer team, you know.
Yeah. So Beckham is kicking like a storm.
And so him and Dallas have a little bro moment where he's just like, oh man, I'm juggling too many things. I can't handle it.
I know what to do, man.
And Dallas is like, oh, well, that's baby mama drama for you. Mm-hmm. Sorry, not sorry.
Done there. Been there, done that. Got that t-shirt.
Yep. I mean,
I got it in my size and my baby
engraved
size.
with your name. And so next, we're still at school, and Maya confronts Miles about, you know, like, oh my God, we gotta make sure we have our story straight.
Yeah, we're lying to the cops now.
Like, oh my God, I can't handle it.
We in this.
And he's like, you smell good. Is that cinnamon?
This fool is
high
as
a kite. No ceiling. I'm spinning with my hands up.
He's literally high, like, at school again.
After he just lied to the cops.
I mean, I understand that. Yeah, you want to, like, I understand why he would do that, because he's a pothead now. Mm-hmm. So he's like, okay, this is stressful. I'm gonna go light up.
Mm-hmm. Light him up.
But my thing is, like, this is not the time to be like
the place
at all. And so
look what happened last time you got high.
Exactly. And so he's just like, he's blazed. Dude is baked, cooked, and he's just everything.
The timer's about to go off.
Yeah.
I mean,
and so he's over here, like, and so Maya pulls him to the side, and she's like, "Oh, no, we're not doing this. This is crazy.
Not be high. Look, we just lied to the police.
This is some crazy stuff going down. Okay, you got to be here with me.
Call the team.
Be here with me.
The academy.
Okay." And so he's like, oh, you know what? I'm going to fix it for you, boo. Yo, Dallas. Because he sees Dallas across the hallway. He's like, yo, Dallas.
I hit your car.
I hit your stupid car.
It was me. You shouldn't be driving in a red minivan anyway. Who you think you are? You on the hockey team.
Okay, you ain't a soccer mom. Get your life together. And then he's like, what the heck? And then Dallas is like,
my baby was in the car.
My son was in the car.
My baby.
You could have hurt my son. And in Miles,
he says, and I
idiot.
quote, "You are so cute when you pretend to be a dad." Trick. Walk away. You should have walked away 5 minutes ago.
If you ever try to talk about somebody else's parenting, have you met your father? You should know you don't make fun of people's dads.
I can't.
And their fathering ability, okay? You don't do that. You should know. I just can't. And he said these things. He said this to somebody. Dallas?
Like, dude, you're stupid. Like, come on. I mean,
Dallas is a teenage father who takes care of his kid. Like,
you didn't get to talk about somebody caring about somebody. No,
we're gonna put that one out there as well.
You like, okay, so
sorry.
Yeah, no, it's good. And so Dallas was mad, and he like grabbed him, and you could just see murder in his eyes.
Yeah,
but
and Allie was like, "Hey, Dallas, let's just," and he was like, "You're an irresponsible idiot, and you're lucky
but I'm not." Yeah. And he walks away.
What's up? I
Along with
wanted
his posse.
there was like a posse there. They really gathered. Like, I don't know if they thought there was a fight happening. Like, they were like, it's definitely about to go down, or they were just kind of in the back. Like, we got you, Dallas.
I got your back.
I don't know.
I'll hold him down.
Yeah,
I mean,
I'll hold him. You punch.
Yeah.
So next we have, I guess.
Next we have Imogen is ranting at the dot to Eli about the Degrassi news, and she's like, maybe I should just go sending my boobs to people and see how Jack feels about it.
Yeah, that's not gonna show her.
No. But, and Eli's like, that
pump
will
your
probably
brakes, kid.
end badly.
Pump your brakes.
Yeah. And so then we see Drew bring Becky outside the school a mango smoothie. I wanted that smoothie. I freaking
looked so good.
Mango smoothies.
It did look good. I'm not even gonna lie to you.
And she's like, oh, you're so sweet. And he's like, you're such an amazing girl. You're just one of the kindest, selfless people I ever knew.
But she was just saying, didn't at one point she said something about like, she was like, man, I just kind of want to be first or something. I don't know. No, she said I wanted your undivided attention, and that's what she said. I wanted your undivided.
But Clare had it.
Yeah, but like if you think about it, like how is he supposed to give you his undivided attention? His baby is in the picture now. He has a child in the picture right now.
You knew this when you said yes to the relationship.
Yeah, and I thought at one point, like after she had broken her leg because Zoe was like revealed it to her, she was really mad at him. She was like, I don't think I can do this anymore. And then I guess they like rekindled that romance or whatever, and all that happened. But now Drew is like,
oh, now Drew's like, gotta say that.
I was trying to
disappear. Now Drew's like, you're just such an amazing person. Like, you're so kind-hearted, so selfless. Selfless. No. And he's like, you're just the sweetest girl that I've ever met. And she's like, oh, do you mean that? And he's like, yes, I really do. But I gotta break up with you.
Yeah, and
Rip
she's
that
like,
Band-Aid off. Like, who do you think you are? Like,
I am Becky Baker.
You didn't deserve
Florida
me.
Bakers.
You're gonna break up with me?
Did you see his blonde hair?
Oh my God! You're gonna break up with me?
You boys get fresh with me.
I put up with, like, who
you see all these boys getting fresh with me,
you?
and you're making me be a stepmom in high school.
I've been with the hottest of the hottest guys since I was like 13,
okay?
bruh.
It's like, come on. So yeah, she's not having it, and she's like, okay, yeah, you know what you can do with this apology smoothie.
Like, she just wasted a perfectly good smoothie. That smoothie looked so delicious.
Like, that smoothie, I would have totally...
Oh, it looked like sunshine in a cup. Okay. Ugh.
I'm just...
Yum.
Upset.
You don't waste stuff like that.
Yeah.
No matter how mad you are, you really stick it to them by drinking that delicious smoothie.
Yeah, that's what I would do. I'd be like, hey, look, you silly son of a gun. I'm going to tear this up right in front of your face. Mm-hmm. You bought this with your money.
And I'm going to drink it all. I'm not even going to offer you a sip. No. Nope. You think you want some? You ain't getting none. No.
Drink it all.
So then Maya's... Okay, now we're moving on to Maya. They're back at the precinct. Yeah. And Maya's mom's like, oh my God, why do you lie to the police? Who did I raise? Like, every time you want me to care about you, and then you pull crap like this. You want me to come in for your nightmares, and then when I'm there, you lie to the cops.
You're lying to the cops, you ungrateful, silly worm.
Like, oh my God, I don't even know why I even try.
I don't know why I have to be your parent. This is ridiculous.
And then her mom's like, you can't help somebody who doesn't want to help themselves.
Yeah, that was the kicker. Mm-hmm. Maya was like,
oh my God, you're so right. Why didn't I ever think, oh my God, why are we paying the psychologist? Like, you let this slip in like 2 seconds.
Exactly.
Oh my God. And so then the police officer comes in and he's like, you're going to tell the whole truth and nothing but the truth.
She's like, chill, dude. I would want to do that anyway. So let's talk about
it. Back up. Mm-hmm. And yeah, so
she tells the truth.
So then when they're leaving and she's like, oh, thanks for having my back. And I'm like, for once.
Yeah, literally for the first time since you've probably
all season.
Been born. Yeah, I can't say since she was born because her mom seemed pretty active in her life. Before.
I mean, I didn't agree with all her decisions.
I didn't, but she was there. And then all of a sudden
she wasn't.
Yeah, she wasn't there anymore.
Yeah, and so as they're walking out, so she's like, "Oh, thanks for having my back." And then she sees Miles coming out of the precinct, and she's like, "Mom, can I go talk to Miles for a minute, please? Please, like, he's not gonna hit a car. He's not even in a car. And I'm not gonna lie with him anymore. Oh my God, please, can I go talk to him, please?"
And she's like, "Okay, you said 1 minute, literally 1 minute. Go, yeah, 59, 58, 57.
Miles, you gotta help yourself. I can't help you when you won't help yourself. Bye. My mom's waiting for me. Bye." Deuces.
That happened, and Miles is like, "Okay."
And then Miles' dad comes out.
Miles, come on, let's go. Get in the car. We gotta go home.
I expunged both of your criminal records. You'll be fine.
I'm gonna grab your arm again at home.
Yeah.
You don't even know what's gonna happen when I grab your arm this time.
And Miles is like, "Okay, bye, Maya. Guess I'm just gonna go get beat.
Disappear into the darkness. Help me."
Go, yeah. You see me. Maybe you get kind of pushed on accident a little bit, or I don't know.
Thanks for caring enough to help.
I don't think I actually disappeared out of frame. Okay.
And so then Imogen, we're back at Imogen now. Like, I think they're outside the school. I really don't know where they are. I never know where they are. Mm-hmm. Imogen, she approaches Jack and she's like, I almost showed my boobs to a bunch of people. What do you think of that?
Yeah,
mm-hmm.
That'll show you.
How would you have liked that? And Jack was like, oh, you don't need to do that. Oh my God, I didn't think that this was a problem. I didn't know it was a big deal. She said, it is a big deal. Oh my God, you're showing your boobs. Oh my God, you're my girlfriend. Stop. Your boobs. Stop it. And Jack's like, man, I don't care about all those political things. I care about you. So you don't. They don't really need to have any of the same interests or hold conversations. They just have to say I love you to each other, I guess, and that so then we come to the last scene. Yeah. The kicker scene.
The kicker.
The just knock you on your face scene.
Yeah.
So, Claire is at the ultrasound doctor. You know, they're about to see the baby and whatnot, and Drew walks in. He's like, oh, and she's like, oh my God, you're here. You didn't have to come.
And he's like,
I'm never going to miss an appointment.
Never. I have to be here forever.
My baby.
This is my little baby. My
baby
little baby
is
child.
inside of you, my genes, and I'm going to be there because I'm the father of this baby that's inside you. It's my baby. So, and she's like,
my hair, my eyes, my nose, my mouth, maybe. I don't know.
Because it's my baby.
My baby. Anywho.
So then the ultrasound doctor's like, "Oh, you ready? It's Clare and
what's your name?
Drew. Clare and Drew. Okay, here we go. We're ready.
Squirt.
It's gonna be a little cold. Hold on.
Ooh. All right, look at this. Oh, that it's a healthy baby.
And you hear that heartbeat? It's the heartbeat of a champion right there.
Look at that head. Look at that head. Look at those little
big
hands.
old head. Look at
Little
that.
hands. They're so cute. Little baby hands.
Yeah, and look at that. Oh, it's a boy.
And Drew's like, it's a boy. It's my son, everybody.
Watch out, David Beckham.
Watch out.
Guess who's in the house? My baby.
Boy. That's my baby boy.
Mm-hmm.
My
son. That's my boy out there. That's my boy.
That's my boy.
It's just, my baby. Look at that baby. I'm so emotional because it's my baby.
So cute. Look at the little Taurus boy.
Oh my God.
Look at you.
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
And then the doctor's like, okay, let's get to the next portion. And Drew's like,
oh, I'll step out because it looks like this is going to get a little personal.
Yeah, I'm going to get out of here. Yeah. And Drew's like, oh, and Claire's like, oh, so weird. I didn't know you could see the sex of the baby at 12 weeks.
And she's like, 12 weeks? No, you're
16 weeks.
And she's like, hold up, Trick, swerve. I'm at 12 weeks. And the doctor's like, no, you're at 16 weeks. And she's like, well, if I'm at 16 weeks, then that means Eli. Dun, dun, dun. We knew it.
We knew it. We called it weeks ago.
Nobody wanted to believe us, but we knew it.
We knew it. And then, everybody convinced me that it was Drew. And I was like, I don't know. It took a lot of convincing. I was like, man, it's not Drew, man. And then
she just seemed too sure for me. In the beginning, when she found out she was pregnant, it didn't even seem like she questioned for a second whether or not it was Drew's. And that was a little too easy for me.
That's true. I just thought that she knew because she hadn't had relations with Eli in forever. And so she's like, I haven't been doing the do with this guy forever, so it has to be this guy. She didn't even know how far along, though, she was. Idiot. She didn't know. Okay, well, that's it.
That was episode 9 of season 14. It was
laughed,
a doozy.
We cried.
We gasped. And we got ready for Christmas. We're ready.
Merry Christmas, guys.
Oh.
It's Christmas Eve right now.
So we're just going to
pick up our guitars. Christmas guitars. Oh, let me put my cape on. Okay. Got it?
Ready? Okay. Whatever it takes, I know I can make it through. If I hold out, I know I can make it through. I know I know I can make it through.
Like, comment, subscribe, share it with everybody you know.
Have a great Christmas.
And Merry Christmas, guys.
We love you.
From the Degrassi Authority. Put that on your Christmas card there. Okay. See ya.
Bye.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Yeah, yeah, yeah. I like this.